What's up guys? Today we have a GPS camera drone with brushless motors and a 2-axis brushless gimbal for under $300. I'm very excited. Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
Amelia's hanging out with Abby and Popeye is watching the house for us. Thanks Popeye. We're the RC Sailors. Welcome to our RC family. Now I said that right in the intro. This is a fairly high-end drone, especially for JJRC. You know, let's face it, they're generally a toy grade company and they do a pretty good job most of the time. Now they're hitting the market with a hobby grade drone with brushless motors, a GPS, a nice ready to fly system. But the most impressive part is this very smooth 2-axis gimbal down here with real motors down there, real brushless motors. It's not just like a little clunky servo. Well, I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't hopeful that this drone performs well. I really want there to be more in the market between $100 to $150 toy grade drones to $300, $400, $500, even $1,000 DJI drones. So this kind of hits the nail on that head. You know, we've seen the Hubsan, what was it, the Zeno? Hubsan Zeno, Abby? I think that's, forget the names of these things all the time. And that performed really well. But this is a different category. It's more like a Phantom. It's a small Phantom. It's much smaller than the regular Phantom. I love the idea of a compact Phantom because one of the reasons I don't like the Phantom is it's big and clunky.
But this is not DJI, it's JJRC.
No, it's JJRC. It resembles that body shape and style very strongly. They've done some different design things on the top. But anyway, nice bright navigation lights on the bottom. This should be very interesting and I'm crossing my fingers. I want this to do well. So let's put it in the air and see if it's worth your hard-earned money. I believe I'm recording based on the indicator on the screen. I know I got some photos and we're at least doing a screen recording, so that should be good enough. Let's do an auto takeoff. Want to hold the button? Maybe I've got to start the motors first. There we go. It was down and in. Aha! Okay! JJRC with a gimbal! I didn't know if I'd ever see the day. Your phone keeps falling asleep. Hopefully that's not part of the screen recording, but it's like when you touch it, the buttons come on, which you're doing a screen recording,
so the
right?
the app isn't keeping the phone alive?
Well, we'll see. We'll see. It's on, so I'll let you know if it goes on.
It might mess up the screen recording, just so you know.
It could, so let's hope we get some sort of video for you guys with a bit of a unique setup here. I'll let you know if it goes to sleep. I'm not going to touch anything on the screen. What we really want to see is on this windy day, how does this gimbal look? So I'm not touching the controls. Hopefully you guys can see that from the drone camera. We're going to try to angle this down some too. Am I going the wrong way? Yeah, there we go. You like my hat on backwards? I'm afraid I'm getting a sunburn on the back of my neck, so I'm wearing my hat backwards. I don't think I'm cool enough to pull that off, just so you know. Right, so look at your screen, it's gone black, but when I touch it, it comes back.
I'm gonna say that's probably part of the screen recording, if the screen recording is still going.
Okay, well. That's
annoying.
It is a little bit, yes. I suppose it could be their solution to saving your phone battery. Oh, we're getting a phone call.
Decline it.
Declining calls left and right for you guys. We'll have to, of course, I'll show that number.
Oh, I'll show it because it's just a telemarketer. I get like 12 of them a day.
Well, I wanted to see how this did hovering on its own. Is there some? Can you like maybe show them the grass just so they can see how windy it is and maybe can hear it?
Grass doesn't do it much justice.
It's windy though, guys. If you were flying an airplane, you'd probably be hesitant to fly in this wind. So we're doing a good job, and the drone itself right now is getting a little toilet bowl going. So let me try to do a manual override, and we're back. Okay, so just keep an eye on it. Screen recording saved to photos, so it has stopped screen recording. Abby, if you could get that back, I'm gonna land the drone while we get the screen recording going back.
Well, it's just gonna keep doing that, so there's no point to do a screen recording because it's just gonna mess up.
Well, let's try the video thing. I've got a video and photo button, right? And I have a micro SD card in there. So I pressed the button, and I don't have any kind of indicator on the transmitter. I'm holding the button, and again, no indicator. So
you're hitting the video one?
I am, yeah, a little video camcorder icon.
Oh, there's something on the top. What's that one?
To angle the camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Beep, beep.
And we're in high and low rates. Well, Can you get the video screen recording going again? I would like to show I'll try to keep it alive. Now as a pilot, as you're flying, that's not a really big deal, right? If you need to look down at your phone, you can touch it and it'll turn on. But for a video review, it's kind of an issue. So I'll try to keep it alive. You doing a screen recording?
Yep.
Okay, let's do a little bit of a range test and a gimbal test. So that's the main reason you'd want to buy this. Nice long flight time for the camera and that video quality. You see the gimbal working on Abby's shot. Look at that. It's actually really good visually. Now if I look down at Abby's phone, with that construction going on back there, real world videos here. That actually looks really smooth, you guys. For a budget, this is about the cheapest GPS drone I've ever seen that has brushless motors, GPS, and a 2-axis gimbal. But we do seem to have a little bit of toilet bowling going on. You want me to get closer?
Yeah, so they can see the camera better.
Okay, well let's get up nice and close. And you guys check out that gimbal. You ready, Abby?
Yep.
Look at it, dancing all around. Visually, looks great, line of sight. Now on the FPV shot, we have a little bit of jarring going on. Look at this, Abby. Here, I'll show you. See, a little bit of jarring, but that's because we're trying to make it do that. So if we're actually just trying to fly smooth and get a decent shot, little smoother with that gimbal. Again, not amazing. We're not talking like a. I hope no one titles their video like DJI Spark Killer or something.
I saw one of those today.
Oh my gosh. Well,
by the time you all see this video, it would have been a couple days ago.
Yeah. So let's fly it out a little farther.
But I don't know if it was on this drone.
This is a pretty new drone, and I love seeing JJRC doing this. I've been waiting for JJRC to have some brushless motor, GPS, non-toy grade drone. This is a hobby grade drone. Abby's reaching over there for me to keep it alive.
My camera battery is gonna die. I should have changed it.
We have nice telemetry on screen. And I'm really pushing the range all the way to the other side of our airfield here. And at about 100 meters, we start getting a little bit jarry. I was watching FPV there.
What did they claim the flight time is on this?
Yeah, I don't know, but it does say long flight time.
Long flight time? To me, that means over 10 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. Now, it says we have 40% battery life, so I don't know how long that's going to be.
Well, you're on like 5 minutes right now.
Okay, well, we might be lucky to hit 10 minutes of flight time. Well, we have a little bit of toilet bowling going on when we let it just loiter, you know, for a while, when we let it hover there for a while. Here, I'm bringing it back now. But at 100 meters range, it still has a very usable FPV signal. And if you guys, I think, this is probably going to be a fairly quick video because I think I see what this drone can do in a nutshell. There you go. I've let off the controls and we've got some toilet bowling going on.
I can see you now.
Try to get that there, because that's hands-free. That's totally hands-free.
It's doing that all on its own.
Yeah, and
oh my gosh, I hate that.
That's dangerous.
Scary.
It's really hard for me to recommend that. Man, I just hate that.
We calibrated it. It worked successfully. It worked
oh yeah, the calibration
was
great.
Exactly how the instruction manual said, which is rare.
Look at that. See, when I let off the controls, it continues to do the toilet bowl.
And I think the phone said that it had several, like, in the teens amount of satellite, right?
Yes, I've got to land this because this is pretty dangerous. I'm having to do a lot of manual overriding here to, like, just to tame. There, you see, I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. Down and in, down and in. Stop those motors, baby.
The back's still going.
Yeah, I see that. That could be the motors in the wind. There we go. It's stopped. Okay. So I'm going to go recover the drone. I think this is going to be an easy conclusion. Well, guys, you know, well, I hope you know us. If you don't, I'm not going to tell you to buy something that I wouldn't want to rebuy myself, okay? So I was very hopeful that this drone would be an absolute home run because it feels like really good quality. The brushless motors, they actually feel nice, and this is a very smooth operating 2-axis gimbal on this drone. The fact that JJRC went out on a ledge to make something like this, a high-end drone in their market, really impresses me, and I applaud them and encourage them, and I would like for them to perfect this somehow. I don't want them to get away from this because we need some more competition in this price point. You got a lot of toy grade drones, you got a lot of toy grade drones with some hobby grade features, but we don't have a lot of drones that are like under $300 that have a lot of features like this has packed into it. And so for that, I'm very happy and very excited for the hobby that we have some more options now. Thank you, JJRC, for doing that. But it was toilet bowling, and I really can't strongly recommend a drone that does that. We had a very good, strong, first try compass calibration, and usually that's a good sign, but you really can't tell until you get these drones in the air and are testing them. Now, still windy. Maybe it has to do with the wind, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I think that given enough time, this would eventually toilet bowl on itself. What happens with toilet bowl basically means, think of the swirl of a toilet. It starts small and it just gets a little bit bigger and wider and swirls around like a toilet bowl would until it eventually gets so far out of control that it's tipping really far on its side and would crash or maybe hurt somebody. And so for that reason alone, I can't recommend this as much as I would have liked to at the beginning of the video. Everything else this had going for it was really strong though. And so that's why I want JJRC to continue with this, because this is like a half of the size of a normal Phantom roughly, which is really cool. And with that gimbal on there, as I said, we just don't see enough of these on the market. It even comes with a really nice transmitter. I liked that a lot. 4 AA batteries, which is okay, and clean and sleek, and your phone, Abby's phone didn't fit in here with her case, but most smaller phones would. I like that design. I just shake my head because I hate to say don't buy something like this, because they obviously tried pretty hard to do something pretty unique. Also, this is cool. Twist the camera on the bottom and pull out. They say that this can be operated with its own handheld separated, maybe they sell a handheld gimbal for this too, because that's a pretty cool little camera, but there are pins on the bottom of that, and it just plug it in and twist and it locks into place. What a great system. I'm not saying they designed that system, but they implemented it. Overall, I actually really like this drone. Unfortunately, probably shouldn't buy it because of that toilet bowl system, unfortunately. Well, if you're still interested and you're hopeful that maybe there's some update or upgraded version of this down the road, I'll have it linked in the description box below. Again, to JJRC, I highly applaud you for doing this. We need to see more of this in the hobby. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. See you in the next video.
Bye!